Oh, hey, I got another letter. Here, hold on. Let me.
You're very popular lately, Ferric.
I know, I never get letters.
Where are all these coming from?
Let me guess, another barkeeper.
Is it
always a
another
barkeeper.
tavern keeper?
No, I'm opening
Is it
it.
Nora?
Hold on. It's not
Oh,
Nora.
is it Nora?
You owe 10,000 gold.
Oh no, Ferric.
Is it to a prince? Because don't believe it.
No, it says it's from Alex's sister.
Mm.
Do you know an Alex?
I don't know an Alex.
I feel like I almost know who this is talking about, but I can't quite place it.
She might be part of my family.
Well, if you owe them 10,000 gold,
It's a lot of
Ferric,
money.
I suppose we could pool our resources?
Hell no.
No,
I
no,
ain't doing
no.
that.
All of our,
No,
all
that's
of our
Ferric's
debts
fault.
together.
Fuck 'em.
I still owe quite a bit as well. Let's just pile it all in.
You know, maybe that was a bad plan. I'm not used to having money.
I'm not paying this junk. Can somebody put this in the fire when I'm not around?
Oh, of course.
Well,
Here, dear.
anyway, thanks for the letter, Alex's sister. Whoever you are.
Still feel like I almost know this person.
Welcome to Power Word Fail, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. My name is Carlos, and I am the Dungeon Master for these lovely and okay group of heroes. But enough about me, let's get to the real stars of the podcast, starting with Austin.
Merrick. I'm still Merrick, right?
Nathan.
Zorim the Surprised. That went pretty well.
Ian.
Shh. Jonathan Bastille.
Katie.
Adolia Rowan, who is going to meet the Queen, apparently.
And last but not least, Andy.
Nora from the Farrington Noras.
That was fantastic.
That sounds like an average May. And once again, my name is Carlos, the Dungeon Master, and this is our campaign number 1, Chosen of the Crystal Crown. This is episode 29 for all you math lovers out there. That's one away from 30. So that's exciting for us. This has been my TED Talk. And
That was really good.
okay, all right. And without much further ado, let's get right on in. Last time, we resolved the cliffhanger about the nature of Spunkles, sort of, who declared himself to be less of a dragon and more dragon-adjacent. Ambrose's primeval awareness revealed that Spunkles gave off the energy of a dragon, an elemental, and a fae. And a newly vocal Spunkles showed you how to turn on his arcane speakerphone, quote-unquote, so all of you could hear his voice. He declared he loved you all very much, and then promptly went back to napping. Good life. Before leaving Vilvanis' shop, Adalia revealed a few secrets she had been accidentally building up, including the unfortunate news of Commander Boussant's being under the thrall of an evil being and agreeing to murder his son. You then took your leave and headed into the Jeweled Quarter to seek the help of Cornelius Abernathy of the Morrisett Abernathys in hopes that he could bring the truth of Zeus' regime to the Queen. After bluffing your way past the guards at the gate, you arrived at the Abernathy estate, and while waiting to see Cornelius, bumped into your old buddy, Zanzibar, who could apparently see through your disguises, but headed out to his own business without revealing your secret. You met with Lord Abernathy, and revealed the news of Evangeline's death and the nature of Zeus' dealings. And he, in turn, revealed that Evangeline's mother was Christaborn herself, and may not be lost as her daughter. Having gone to Northwatch to work on a business deal with Zeus himself, Cornelius agreed to facilitate a meeting with the Queen immediately, and he led you towards the castle, which is where we'll pick back up. In somewhat of a mad dash and somewhat of a hurried stupor, Lord Cornelius has readied himself for travel. You see that Roger Clevens has gone beside him and saying, "My lord, we could get you a carriage. We could get you assistance." No, I'll be fine. Good walk. Need to stretch the old bones. Besides, I'll have my newest mercenaries accompany me. And he'll look at you and nod. giving it very much a knowing, like, come on.
Right away.
I nod back and hurry along with him.
Oh, yes, we will keep your master safe, Roger. Do not fret.
All right, then. Well, I'll keep the estate good for you, my lord. Be safe. And as you leave the Abernathy estate and walk outside of the semi-walled home, Cornelius Abernathy will turn to you and say, We must tread cautiously now. The stump and stamper of me a private and royal procession, or at least high-born procession, would give much more awareness to our dealings. We must be secretive and swift, especially if Lord Zaos is as deadly as you say. We all in agreement?
Agreed.
Yep.
Certainly.
Agreed.
Very well. I will warn you that the Queen is not well at the moment.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She has been sick for some time.
What is the nature of her illness?
I'll tell you, it's the rot.
Do I know what the rot is?
Go ahead and make a history check.
History check. Ugh.
9. I mean, you don't know the details of the rot. You know it's a very nasty disease that essentially is basically a form of leprosy, almost, where your body becomes scaly, rotting, basically. Basically, you rot from the inside out, almost. And yeah, it's not great. And there's not a lot of cases where people lived, but that's all you really know.
Okay.
Let us away, friends. We will get this right, and he will lead you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, when he turns back around to start walking, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Just getting surface thoughts right now.
Yeah, absolutely. His surface thoughts are immediately of despair. It's sadness,
Okay.
it's grief, it's mourning. He is putting on more of a brave face than he is letting on. In fact,
Okay.
it might even take you aback of how deep his pain is right now. But there's a fire, like a blaze, within him right now to do this.
Okay. I will let it go without poking any further.
You hurry along. At this point, it's probably been a few hours since you've entered the Jeweled Quarter. You make your way up the familiar slope to the main gate, and you follow Cornelius as he takes you past the Ivory Guard HQ, the Temple of Vespa, and onto another winding hill, which eventually you get to the top of the highest point in all of Mornstead, and the royal palace, the high castle of the Jeweled Quarter rests. It is a magnificent palace, a magnificent castle. The walls are strong. There are guards lining the top, as it is quite on high alert right now for what can be seen as an attack on the Ivory Guard themselves. You see that there is a little bit of commotion in the sense of people are hurrying about, and you see that they're not exactly letting people in, but the drawbridge is down, and there's a small moat. Not a very particularly well-made one, but it is enough to hold most attackers at bay. You approach the gate, and Cornelius will wave at the guards, and he'll say, "My name is Cornelius Abernathy of the Morstead Abernathys, and I do hereby request passage." The guards immediately salute. They say, "Yes, Lord Abernathy," and they allow you to pass into the palace gates. The palace is a normal courtyard of noble and higher upbringing. There is less war, or at least less armory, less militaristic attachments to this place. More of a high regal, high standing, as there is a beautiful fountain that rests in the middle of the courtyard, winding the walls. There are, of course, guards' barracks, different horse stalls. This is somewhat more medieval, where they would have to live if a siege were to happen. Go ahead and make history checks, everyone, please.
That's a 5 for Pickles.
9 for Zareem.
6 for Ferric.
10 for Adalia.
18?
Oh,
Wow.
thank God.
Ambrose
This
Boussant?
actually is just like pure gold right now, because really, no one knows anything about this place. Even you, Zareem, you're having a hard time remembering the histories of this castle, but Ambrose or Jonathan, you remember vividly the lessons you were taught of how this was at one point highly controversial in the sense of kingdom, and that there were many wars that happened in the early history of Mornstead, and that even the founding of the city itself, while made on a bed of peace, soon became that of violence. And some of the architecture you see gives way to a hidden past that someone has tried to cover up with the paintings of the future. As Cornelius leads you to the main entryway of the palace, he'll stop just before the doors and he'll look at you and say, everyone make yourself presentable, and this is a turning point, if you will. Once you tell the queen this news, there'll be open war with Zaos.
It is overdue.
Lead on.
All right. He'll turn, present his pageantry to the guards. They will quickly open the door, and you will be presented with a long hallway, which leads into a door at the end of the hallway. This is a highly stoned palace. The beautiful gray marble that lines the floors, though is somewhat etched with use, you can't help but notice the exquisite architecture that this place has. There are tapestries, there are flags of Mornstead that beam down from the ceilings, and you notice that this is a great defensive place where there is only one way from the front in through this death corridor. Ambrose, you would even remember that's what this place is called, the Death Corridor, made for its defensive use. As Cornelius leads you to the main door, high, tall, made of iron, yet you look at it, you see familiar sigils, something like crystals on the door. And you see the histories of Mornstead, of death and destruction, and Cornelius will approach. Good evening, I am Cornelius Abernathy of the Mornstead Abernathys, and I do seek an audience with Queen. It is most urgent of life and death. The guards will look at each other. Mr. Abernathy, it is highly improper to have a unannounced, unplanned meeting. The Queen has affairs of state she must deal with, and he'll just stop. Then with a hand, my friends here have urgent news of betrayal with the Queen. Guards will look at each other. They'll look at you. Is this true? Do you have urgent business?
That's correct. It's classified.
Extremely.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh.
Who?
Everyone. Ian
Okay.
and not Ian. Ambrose and Miraz, since you two spoke up.
Did you happen to say with advantage?
I did say with advantage, so good.
Nice.
11?
Also
Double
11.
11s.
Folks, if you want
Which
to
add
know,
up to a 22.
there was which is 9 away from 30. Did you know?
You want to run that math by me again?
8.
21 plus 9 is 30, right?
22.
22.
You said 22? Oh, well, what I said is still true. Who knew that the best subplot of this couple episodes, we just did, is that Carlos is great at math? Who
Great
knew
at
that?
math. Basic
Yeah, great at
addition.
math.
That's where his real strength lies.
I don't
Up to
wanna
30.
brag,
Anything past 30?
It's too much. It's too
Carlos
much.
does not know.
Wow. Yeah, it's a great job on the advantage doing that, because it was a nat 1 and I believe it was a 6. So, great job. They look at each other. They see the Lord Abernathy, and they will open the doors, and he'll go, hold on, make sure you announce me. And they'll kind of look at each other, roll their eyes, and they'll open the door, which you are you see inside, you see that this is a large royal throne room. There is a long, beautiful, elegant red rug that reaches from basically the door to all the way to the throne room. And then you see that there are 2 levels here, one being on somewhat of a strong pillared second balcony that is on both sides, on the left and right of this room. It reaches high, it's about 15-20 feet in the air. There are braziers that are lit and they glow with a dull light that fills this place. And at the end, there is a beautiful, majestic marbled throne that has 2 braziers as well that will give off a glow to the throne and reveal the visage of the queen. The queen is younger than you expected. She's probably in her 20s, late 20s, and she seems to have a beautiful, ornate, crystalled crown on her head, and she has a beautiful, elegant dress, one that befits an empress or someone of high birth. There are beautiful swans that are laced into the edge of this dress, and she looks out. Her hand is on her cheek, and she seems to be struggling to sit in this chair. And as you walk in, the guard will announce in a loud voice, "Presenting Lord Cornelius of the Mornstead Abernethys, here to see visage and pay homage to the Queen. Long may she reign." And there are just dots of courtiers that are lining this room. There are groups of high nobles who whisper, and they Lord Abernethy. They're just, they're gossiping right now at this point. Some even leave to go gossip and spread this news, giving an indication of high life in Mornstead. You walk down the center, Christopher with you, and also Spunkles, who has now stuck his little weasel head outside of the hood. And Lord Cornelius leads the way. But about the rest of you, are you just kind of going, what's the order of what you're going in?
Ferric is keeping in stride with Cornelius and, is trailing just maybe 1 pace behind him to his right.
I would say Adelia is flanking Cornelius on the other side by, keeping the same pace as Ferric.
Yeah.
Signals is far in the back.
So Reem would probably be pretty close on Adalia's heels, kind of in the middle of the group.
Gotcha. Christopher will follow in back and in tow as you all approach the courtiers, the denizens, the nobles. They stop and they watch as you approach the throne. The queen lifts her head and she looks and she says to you, "Lord Cornelius, it is a pleasure to see you as always. My lord, you must forgive me. I am tired from a long morning of affairs. It is, as you know, rude to just appear unannounced or unplanned and make a grand entrance. To what do I owe the pleasure?" Her words seem to be struggling to get out from her mouth. And those with higher than a 15 for passive perception, you would notice that her dress slips on her arm and you see the rot has consumed her arm completely. And he turns to you and says, "My queen, I have news of treachery, of treason, of the highest order. Lord Zaos of Northwatch is a madman and a traitor. It must be punished for his crimes immediately. I have brought forth this group of mercenaries who have witness, evidence, and, well, they shall show you the rest, my queen." And he'll look to you, all of you, and he'll basically say, "The floor is yours," in eyes. Just to let you know, this is going to be a fun little game. I hope you're ready. So
Okay.
it is a skills challenge we're going to do. So I'll give you all a chance, if you want to, of course, to make cases of Zaos' treason, and you will be rolling performance or deception or intimidation, if you will, and we will be rolling that against the queen's, checks as well. So charisma saving throws, basically. So No. I will be giving out advantage and disadvantage based on your answers. But just remember that even though the dice may fall, depending on the role play, of course, you still may get the results you desire, but how they come might be different. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yep.
The floor is silent. Everyone stops and they just are aghast. You even hear whispers and gasps from the crowd. The queen waits in silence and shock until someone says something.
Idalia will step forward. Your Majesty, I come to you as a citizen of Northwatch. And when I tell you that Zeus has been starving your people, stoning the religious, shuttered every church, murdered people for the slightest infraction, and grows monsters in the sewers beneath the city, I am telling you, with 20 years of bearing witness to these treacheries, Zeus has murdered nearly everyone I have ever known, and with your permission, I can show you what I have seen.
She sits, and she seems to be dozing off, but jerks aloud. It's not that she was bored, she seems to be struggling. If you have crimes against Lord Zeus, show us your evidence, for these are grave accusations. One that could result in death if not proven.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And I'm casting Major Image again. Never knew that was going to be a thing that I ended up... I didn't know that was going to be my signature spell, but it is.
That and Skylight.
Skywrite.
Skylight, yeah.
Hey, at least it's not knock.
Yeah, it could be knock. All right, so that's... Hang on, I'm just going to double check something. If I upcast it, do I get anything cool? Oh, it just lasts longer. So I cast Major Image again, and it is all the atrocities I have seen, putting a lot of emphasis this time on the suffering of the people. Like, I still show all of the, the big things, but really the toll it is taking on her citizens specifically. Your Majesty, while it's still playing, Zeus has slaughtered every crystalborn in Northwatch. It is a genocide within your borders, perpetrated by someone who is meant to be a steward of your people. I would not bring this before you if the people of Northwatch could resist him. They have tried and they have failed. They need your help.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
No pressure. Nat 20!
Let's
go.
Let's go! 25.
Good signs. We're doing great.
25.
The plan is actually working. Oh my god.
She'll look. I will take your account into my decision. Next, she says, breathing words heavily.
Ooh, do I fuck around and find out?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yes.
Ferric pulls out their lute. I'm sorry, their lyre.
Liar.
They pull out their lyre and start to sing.
Oh my god.
Okay.
There may be times when the guilty go unpunished, and sometimes it may be sweet. Then there are times where the wicked must pay for their crimes. And Ferric starts to strum and cast mass suggestion.
Can you pop that in the chat for me?
Oh yeah. You suggest a course of activity, magically influencing up to 12 creatures of my choice. They must each make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. And the duration is 24 hours.
Nice. What's the save DC?
That would be a 16.
All right.
And they do not know if I have cast a spell or not. I
Oh,
read through the
perfect.
description. They don't know.
Do you cast it on anyone else?
I cast it on some of the denizens who are closest to the throne. I'm imagining they're there for a reason. They're there because they are influential and they need to be at the queen's side. And maybe the guards that are closest to the queen as well.
Okay.
I really want to rile up this crowd.
Gotcha. I'll do one for the queen, and then I'll do the other one for the guards and the rest of the crew. It's kind of a collective one. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, the guards. Lots of 4. So instantly they start to whisper and they start to discuss among themselves. You see many of the advisors whispering and almost thinking in their heads. The queen stays silent, as that's a 14.
Against my 16.
Yes.
Oh,
against your 16.
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you all knew that, so I was just waiting for more of a reaction.
Sorry.
I was like,
No. That's amazing.
it's like, this is good news, right? You want this to happen, right?
It is good news.
Yeah.
Okay, so the course of action, just remind me again, like what you exactly want them to. What's the objective here?
I'm playing this song, I'm going through, I'm singing in rhyme, I am asking to raise their swords against Zeus, the dark marauder that comes banging at their door, the dark storm, batten down the hatches, raise your swords, and I am just playing, I wish I was more musical as a human being, but I just belt out and terrify and make them writhe with unease from the horrors that are coming to bang down their door.
The whispers go into talks, soft. The queen looks troubled as she sits up for the first time, and you all see her face, and the tired, weary person before you goes away, and you get a glimpse of the true Queen of Mornstead, who seems fierce, who seems alive with anger, and you notice maybe a cruel side or a just cause side, but the tone shifts immensely. And she says, "These are grave accusations, but if you say what is true, then we have no choice but to act. But I must leave my heart, and by our laws of Mornstead, I must hear testimonies from the lot. I cannot do so without breaking my oath as queen."
What Merrick says is true, and Zareem will step forward. Zeus's crimes extend far beyond only Northwatch, Your Majesty. My family used to run an inn in Mistyport, far to the west, and when Zeus's men came knocking, because they heard that we had housed Crystalborn in our inn. No, nothing other than that. Hardly, not even a crime at all, they are travelers just as anyone else, but Zeus's men came and executed my parents in brutal fashion for not handing these Crystalborn over to him.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
I give a slight eye to Zareem, that happened?
I was gonna say with disadvantage, but it's just a straight roll because of Ferric.
Straight roll, okay.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And that's a 13 from the queen.
Okay.
I'm so good at lying.
You rolled an 8
Are you
on
good
that,
at lying
didn't you?
Yeah, I rolled an 8 on that.
Miraz is as good as lying as I am good at math. So
I think Ferric even believes you,
You were all like,
as the queen looks and says to you, Miraz, the ply of the common people is evidence enough to be entered into this trial, for it is now a trial for the Lord Zeus. I must hear the rest.
all right, listen, lady. And Pickles is gonna walk up, and she is going to dump the remaining Crystalborn drugs that she didn't give to her brother on the floor. See that? That is a dead crystalborn. And you know where that came from? That came from Zeos. So if you don't get your shit together and do something, this is just going to be everybody and more instead. Like, we're here, you're wasting our time, I'm getting sick of this. Like, it's a dead person that's on your floor now. I hope you're happy. And just turn around and walk back to the back of the room.
Zorim's jaw's on the floor.
Oh god.
Zorim is glancing over at Adolia.
I mean, Adalia is horrified, but like she has seen every crystalborn she's ever known slaughtered, so she is.
Adelia knew we had these. She heard us talking about them. This isn't a surprise.
Is it too late for me to equip a dustpan and just...
I guess you can just use prestidigitation and I just vacuum it up.
No. Gosh. The people whisper and they talk. And there are words of, how can this be? Pickles, go ahead and make an intimidation check, but I'm going to give you disadvantage on this because it's such a difference in tone.
That's a 13.
That's
All
not
right.
terrible.
The queen will make her ruling. And that's a nat one!
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god!
Just wrap it up.
Yes. That's how you do it.
The queen will look, though your methods are odd and your words crass, you make a compelling argument, and I see the destruction that he has caused. I will hear one more, and that will be enough.
I'll step up.
Christopher steps forward, and he'll say,
Fight.
Mighty Queen.
Christopher, shut up.
But no, I can do this.
No,
I've been...
it's not the time.
Great Queen Amalia, I give you even more grave news. Zeus has compromised the Ivory God. Commander Busant is compromised, corrupted, vile. He has tried to stop us from coming to you, to save your people. He has even tried to kill his own son, who aided us to get here today. Zeus already has a hold of Mornstead. And I step away.
Make one last performance check.
Advantage?
I'll grant it to you.
Nat 20! Yeah!
The rolls in this have been amazing for y'all. Amazing. All right, that's a 10 from the queen.
Number rocks are on our side.
Yeah.
Finally.
As the queen will look at all of you, the courtiers and the nobles whisper. Some of them have already left. Many of them have left. And she looks around. She stands up, weak at first, but with strong indignation, she raises her voice. Let it be known in all the lands of Mornstead, the Southern Isles, and all of Telthar, that after deliberation with evidence from parties against, that I, Queen Amalia, first of my name, Queen of Mornstead and the surrounding lands, do hereby announce that Zeus, Commander and Regent of Northwatch, which I have given power, is now deemed traitor. Treason is in his blood, lies in his veins. He is now wanted by all. He is now sentenced to die, and may the swift hand of justice and those who keep court with him, those who are in his ranks, be filed, sent, and delivered. The words of the queen ring loud and echo in the chamber. Chills go through your spines, and you realize that this is the queen. She has always been the queen, and even though her rugged appearance and her disease, which some of you have seen, weigh heavily, the spirit and the birthright that is hers cannot be undone. But as she steps forward, she looks aghast. Her eyes wildly flutter, She seems to be trying to figure out what is happening inside her to her body. And as she takes another step, her body begins to crumble. And the queen falls to the ground.
I dash and grab her.
It is too late as she falls and becomes dust. And from behind the throne, a light of magic appears, dark, hideous, and from behind the throne, Zeus appears.
No.
His eyes furrow, his body tall. He wears the dark chain armor, a furred hood, eyes that could kill. He steps forward. Ambrose, he sees you and he smiles. Such flattering words from you all. Such bravado. I must admit, even I was persuaded. Don't look so stunned. You do not understand my power. You do not understand what I have become. But I am rude. I have not officially met you yet. No, you have been a thorn in my side, delayed my plans, yes, but I don't know who you are. I am Zeus, Lord of Northwatch, and now proclaim my right as king.
Oh, God.
Who are you? In his words, his mouth twists, and pleasantries may ooze from his lips, but it is no mistake. Venom, anger, hatred even towards you. He waits for you to speak.
You do not know us yet, but we are your killers.
We will be written in the books.
Such bravado. He licks his teeth. And to your surprise, they are not fangs, Ambrose. He looks to you. Such vigor. I love it. Your deaths will be satisfying.
Zeus, when this battle is over, I cannot wait to curve stomp your skull in. I'm going to shoot your eyes out and yank your tongue from your body and shove it up your ass. And I pull out my crossbow and I cock it. Stop talking to me. It's time to die.
Adelia, who is looking like Briella right now, aka Miss Scarlet, her face is going to start to shatter like ceramic. And it all falls away, and it's Adelia standing in front of him. I killed her, and I will kill you. You have ruined my home, but you will not ruin this nation.
He smiles at all of you. His words ring in your ears. I will look fondly on this moment. I will always remember your last words. For when it is done, when your bodies lie strewn, crumpled, and bloody on the floor, when I have ascended the throne, when I have turned all into mine, and this world will burn, this kingdom rotted, and I will look upon its ashes, and I will smile, for I know and will remember that your death in this moment was the beginning of my ascendance. At that, everyone, roll for initiative.
Let's go!
God.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
fucking
damn, I'm in
go.
the front of this shit. Okay. 29 for initiative?
Yeah.
22 for initiative.
13.
Selfish thing that I'm gonna bring up here, Carlos, is I did charm those guards that were close to her.
You did.
Would they be down to join the fray?
Would they like to fight this monster with us?
If they were loyal to the queen,
I mean, there should be fighting
And if they
anyways.
also failed their math suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, that definitely works, for sure.
Okay, sweet.
Woo! Let's go.
Time for super big Nora.
Oh, until I forgot
Christopher with the 9.
Bless his heart.
Fitting.
10 for Dahlia.
10 for Zareem.
Okay. As the people in this courtroom start to flee, those who cannot fight are exacerbated right now. There are about 3 or 4 guards that were surrounding the throne room, see their queen fall, and immediately turn and begin to attack and look to kill Zeus, who have murdered their queen. So, I'm gonna hear Peer. And they are just so surprised as they rolled a 2 for their initiative. Christopher rolled a 9, and Zeus rolled an 11. So not great on the initiative. All right. It is currently Ambrose's turn. What would you like to do?
Literally draw my hand crossbow, have 4 bolts in my left hand, and I just start unloading on Zeus, like all in the face.
Okay. Roll for that attack.
15.
15 does not hit as the bolt sings forth overhead of Zeus.
27 hit.
Yeah, 27 will hit.
I hope so.
7 hit.
If there's
If a
something with
27
above
didn't hit, I would have gotten up and left.
And left. Yeah.
6 piercing.
Okay.
26. That's 8. I get to add an extra D8 on this shot. 13 damage.
Okay, 13 damage.
Bonus action, another shot. 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to keep loading my crossbow, and then I'm going to retreat southwest.
Right. As those bolts flew into the chest of Zeus, the armor is pierced. He looks down and he smiles. Okay, Ferric, it's your turn.
I do believe you said he was wearing a black chainmail armor, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Good, because Ferric is gonna cast heat metal on that armor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they are.
Nice.
Get burned.
Yes.
And I'm going to upcast it to let's do a level 3. Let me do some lowering here. I did read it, but I'm just rereading it. If it's holding or wearing the object, it takes damage from it. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Hell yeah.
The start of your next
But it's
turn.
concentration up to 1 minute, so I can concentrate on it for 10 rounds of combat.
Nice.
Got it. And how much damage does it take again?
Takes 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. As that happens and the metal courses with heat, Zeus just looks at you. Doesn't seem to mind it that much as it sears.
Can I make a insight check on that to see if it is doing full damage or not?
I would say yes, as a bonus action, you could probably do that.
Okay. 20 on insight.
Yeah, it's not doing that much damage to him. He doesn't seem to even mind it.
Okay.
Pickles, it's your turn.
Pickles is going to rage, and since she is Nora,
yeah.
essentially there's now just a 20-foot tall Nora on the floor. As she's used to her eyes glowing and all these cool things, and it's just boring Nora. So she just grows in size, and she angrily just starts charging straight forward all the way up to Zeus, and she's just gonna deck him in the face.
All right, go ahead and roll for that
That's
attack.
a nat 20
Nice.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good.
for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Crit,
As she
baby.
just comes up and just punches him right across the jaw.
Okay, awesome. He takes that punch as this huge fist this huge Nora fist happens. He just takes it in the jaw, and he is bloodied a little. He wipes it from his face and smiles.
And I forgot, I apologize. My rage and my giant smite should be in there, so that's an extra 6 damage
Okay.
for a total of 20.
Nice.
Pretty good punch.
Good
And
punch.
then Spunkles is gonna come. Spunkle is probably riding on her shoulders and comes right along with her, and then just pokes his head out and bites him. It's a 21 for Spunkles.
Nice.
You get him, Spunkles.
And Spunkles does 10 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice.
Champs on. Right along with Pickles. And that will end our turn.
All right. It is Zeus's turn. He will look at all of you, look at the two who have just attacked him, and he will smile and say, I guess I should take you more seriously, shouldn't I? As he draws his sword, and it is a blackened blade with brown greenish tint surrounding it. And he will go ahead and he will attack once. For the first time, he'll try to strike you, Pickles. That's a 21 to hit.
That will
That's a
hit.
14 to hit, baby.
Oh, because he has
Oh,
disadvantage?
that's right. Because
Disadvantage.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
Then that does not hit. Thank
All
you.
right, perfect. We'll try again. Oh, that's the wrong one. You now know how many attacks he has? That's a
10, baby.
Heat metal is so good. Heat metal is so good.
That does that hit. That is scary.
Yeah. And I'll try one more time. And that is a 21.
That will hit.
Yeah. You take 10 points of slashing damage, and then you also take 9 points of necrotic damage. And then
So that's a total of
half of
14.
my thing wasn't in there. So make a DC Constitution saving throw, 15, please.
That is a 13.
All right. And you are going to be poisoned.
Wait. Miraz, or Zoreem, seeing this happen to giant Nora, extends her hand, and sparks fly out from her fingertips and whirl around Nora, offering a pyrotechnic boost to improve her Constitution save by 1d6.
Nice.
You roll that or do you roll that?
You got this. You got this.
Pickles, you roll that. Or Nora, you roll that.
That's a 6.
Nice. You do take the damage that as this blade, it goes to cut in deeper. Comes from Zoreem and distracts Zeus. He's like, trickery will get you nowhere. Alright, that is his turn.
That's my boy.
And then it is now Miraz the Magnificent.
Okay, first, sadly, Merrick might overhear this as Zoreem mutters, "Oh, Princess Strength be with me now."
Oh my god.
I will hex Zeus.
What?
There is no save. Zeus is just hexed.
Oh my god, the one nice.
Until the spell ends, I'm going to deal extra necrotic damage, which I recognize may do nothing against Zeus, but more importantly, Zeus has a disadvantage on ability checks made with the strength skill.
Ooh.
Yes. Let's
Nice.
go.
And that was
Ability
my
checks
bonus.
with the strength skill? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah,
The strength skill?
anything strength related, so he'll be easier
Wonderful.
to grapple. Yeah. Ability checks don't extend to saving throws, right?
Right.
Okay.
Those
yeah,
are
I thought
always
those were
called
separate.
out separately.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, so strength. And then as my action, I'm going to cast one of my bottle rockets, so it's just going to be a firebolt. And shoot, that didn't roll it. My apologies. There we go. That's an 18 to hit Zeus.
That will not hit.
That will not hit. Okay. Yikes.
Damn, he got high AC.
Yeah, and I'm gonna spread out, just run over to the right so that I'm not in fireball formation with all of my friends.
Okay. Zeus will look around and he'll say, enough with the games, as he will use a legendary action to cast Dispel Magic on himself.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
are those spells 3rd or 4th level? I mean, I think they are, but I just want to double check.
It's a hex, it's a first level spell.
Okay, and then heat
Yeah,
metal, is that-
mine was
Heat metal.
upcasted to 3rd level.
So for each spell, 4th level or higher. Okay, so yeah, that's this. You just see the magic, the heat goes away from this body, and it is Adalia's turn.
Okay. Adalia is shaking with rage at this point. And magic flows through her tattoos and she flings her hands out and says, "This is a game to no one," and casts Slow. It's a DC 16 wisdom save.
Okay.
Slow is such a good spell.
He's gonna legendary save it, I know. God, I
Wisdom save?
hate. Yeah. Hate legendary
That's a
save.
29.
29!
Okay.
Yikes.
Cool, great, awesome. So then I will use my movement to kind of back up over here so that we're not clustered. Backing up about 20 feet from where I was so that we're not in a clustered formation.
Gotcha.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Zeus will look and he'll smile and say, foolish, as he will use another legendary action, and he will go ahead and make an attack with his sword against you, Pickles.
Stab it.
Maybe. Whoop. Nope. Whoop. Get over here. Here we go. So he makes that attack. That is a 16.
That hits.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage, and then you take 9 points of necrotic. Go ahead and yep, there you go, and that's perfect. 23.
23 on the Constitution save.
Awesome. Okay, and it is now Christopher's turn.
Come on, buddy.
Let's go, kid.
I wonder if I should.
I'm like so pumped up on drugs right now, like just NyQuil. I should say NyQuil, like not NyQuil, cold medicine. Sorry, I don't do drugs. And he will look at Zeus and he will just pull out his hand and he will call forth some magic deep within him and he will just cast Firebolt.
Oh,
And
That's a
Ooh.
nat 20 from Christopher.
Woo!
Let's go.
Holy shit.
Yeah, with a total of 31. Christopher's so OP right now. It's he fires. That is a total of 20. Oh gosh, I need math help. Oh no.
22.
Thank you. Carlos is good at math. And he'll just hit Zeus. The force does knock him a little, but he looks up and smiles. Christopher's like, I'm sorry. Definitely out of his element for sure. With his last legendary action, Zeus is going to go ahead and he is going to, he almost seems to fly or flutter. He seems to be going from place to place. It just seems to be almost hovering. Something unnatural in that. And he will move without provoking an opportunity attack.
God damn it.
All right, and it is now the guard's turn, and they will just say, "For the queen!"
Aw,
They will
buddies.
all run,
MVPs.
and they will just surround Zeus. Spears drawn. They will look to all do justice for their slain queen as they make spear attacks. Maybe. With a 13, which does not hit. A 16, which does not hit. I would say I'll give him advantage, so that one of those hits on there for that, because he is flanking them. 15 does not hit, and then a 14, which does not. So the 4 guards, they just are striking with their spears, and Zeus is dodging effortlessly. One does clip him in the side of his armor, but he looks, and he just takes the spear, flings it back. He does 5 points of piercing damage to Zeus.
Okay, buddy. Damage is damage.
good.
We'll take it.
That's good.
Good job, guys.
Great job, everybody. We did it.
damage is damage.
All right, so it is now the top of the round. Ambrose, it is your turn.
I'm going to pop a Zephyr Strike, run over to Adalia. While she's like focusing on Zeus, I'm going to snatch the Mind Sharpener that I gave her from yesterday, run over, put it on top of Ferric's head, even though it doesn't look like it fits well, and then I'm going to pop 2 shots at Zeus.
Oh, I'm elf boy right now, so I imagine it would fit.
It would
Oh,
fit.
what fit your head? Yeah, my bad. And then I'm going to pop 2 shots. So first one, 24 to hit. That's 6 damage.
Hits.
And then the second one is gonna be at advantage. 29 to
29
hit.
does hit. Yep,
That's gonna
that
be
does hit.
7.
27 established hits. Just FYI.
9 damage. I like to call it out because having a plus 11 to hit feels really good.
I bet it does.
So 9 damage. And now I think I literally use only 10 space. Yeah, I'm gonna back out 40 more feet out. Up to here, yeah. Far away where the carpet runs to the south.
Zeus will look at all of these guards and he will just say, "Serve me, and I will make you rich beyond compare." Yes, he will go ahead and cast Mass Suggestion. And it is a DC of.
This bastard.
It's 20. It's not that. That's not correct.
20 is still high.
That's so
not-
high.
40,
That's
but it's
cool.
still
So-
high.
Spell save DC
Who is
20?
who is he casting this on?
The
The
guards.
guards.
Okay.
Fail. 17 fail. 10 fail. 19 fail.
Oh, they're
close.
rolling
and
so
a
good.
natural 1
Yeah,
fail.
they're doing really
They
well.
all just look at each other.
I hate to break this to you, Carlos, but a creature can't be under the effects of the same spell twice.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah.
So,
Genius.
That's a good call.
so
My bad.
he
Sorry.
burns that spell slot. Yes, baby.
You wouldn't let me mulligan that?
Nope. You're the DM, baby.
Okay. I see how it's playing. All right, so he just
Spell
looks
save
around and
DC
says,
20. Come on, man.
"A careless mistake." It is now Ferrick's turn.
I'm gonna keep making you burn through these fucking spell slots, my boy. I'm gonna cast heat metal again.
Yes.
Okay. He takes
5 damage, which I'm assuming he only takes like 2 damage,
possibly.
but gives him disadvantage on shit. And I'm gonna back the fuck up. I'm gonna back up towards Pickles.
He is going to see you do that. He's going to use one of, again, his legendary actions. He's going to raise his hands, and a dark ball of energy sings forth towards.
He has 4
the lot of
legendary
you.
actions.
He has 5.
Holy shit.
Wow.
What?
Wow. That's rough.
His spellcasting does take 2. I will let you know that. So he only has 1 left right now. He has 0 left, actually. So he will go ahead, cast Fireball, DC 20,
Oh.
20 feet from the spot.
From what spot? Hitting Ferrick.
And
Yeah, pretty much right
Pickles
here.
and Spunkles and
So
2
And
of
the
the
guards.
guards.
basically just not hitting him. Okay.
Yeah,
Dexterity throw. I have advantage on this because I'm Fey.
nice.
I have advantage on this because I
So
23.
23.
A 20-foot radius would hit himself as well.
Yeah.
Right here. Cast it right here.
Where?
I see.
Yeah, he could theoretically cast it at the wall.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Got it.
That is a 19 for Pickles. Oof. And a 5 for Spunkles.
And the guards. It's a fail. And that's a fail with 11 of 15. And the
What's the
guards will
DC?
fail.
20?
What's
DC's
the
20.
damage on that?
He only casts that at first level. So,
3rd level?
yep, 3rd level. What I don't know what I said. 3rd level.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
So that is 34 points of fire damage as the guards are just obliterated. Like they are just drop dead. They explode. They burn in a husk of fire. And then Spunkles will take
I got
that as well.
How you looking, Pickles?
Rough.
Okay, cool.
How's Merrick looking after getting fireballed?
Oh
Just,
god.
I had resistance, so I was.
Okay, but emotional damage.
Oh, emotional
Emotional
damage.
damage.
Oh, no.
Fucking let me. Yeah, Ferrick is like heaving. Ferrick is shaking. They're not even in their own body, but you can just see them rattle. as they take that fucking fireball.
Yeah, I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
It's a nat 1
Okay.
for a total of 2.
Thank you. Pickles, it's your turn.
Can I just call out as a free action, like, Merrick, we are here. Eyes on us.
Yeah. No, not again. Not again.
Pickles, your move.
Pickles is gonna concentrate real hard, and even though she's Nora, she's gonna start to glow a little bit, activating her second wind. 10 healing. Bring herself not so close to death. And then she is going to run over here. In her large form, she actually has a 10-foot range, so she doesn't have to get right up on him. And she's going to grapple Theos.
Oh, perfect.
So that's an 11 for Pickles.
It's a strength check, right? Countering that.
Yep, and he has disadvantage because of the heat. Oh,
Not anymore,
yeah, never mind.
because he dispelled it.
No, it was put back on again from Ferric. He heated metal again.
Oh, right.
Right, but it's concentration, right?
That's
Oh, I do have to roll concentration.
No, you don't. Use the mind sharpener. Automatically pass it.
Oh, the mind sharpener.
Oh,
Okay.
shit!
I mean, it doesn't matter. So she's gonna.
he rolled a 13 for that grapple.
Yeah. So he squeezes out of it. So she's gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay.
So 14.
Oh,
Yes.
But he's going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
That's only on a
Burn
saving
through 'em,
throw, isn't
baby.
it?
Is it on saving throws?
I didn't think
It's
that was
only
on an
on saving
ability
throws.
check.
I mean, it kind of is a saving throw, but that's fine.
It's not a saving throw.
It's ability check. Otherwise, I would have had a +7 if we were doing.
Sure, that's
saves.
fine. So he is grappled now.
nice.
And then poor baby Spunkles. How much life do you have left? Not a lot. Poor baby Spunkles is probably gonna go and support Ferric and give the help action to Ferric for his next turn. And that is the turns.
Okay. He is going to go ahead and he is going to look around and he will pour out a hand and he will, from his hand, dark sludge-like material courses through and he will summon from the sludge 3 undead dragons
Oh boy.
from his hand. Very similar to the ones you faced in the cave. And he will say, "Now the real test begins. For now I will not hold back." And that is where we'll end this week's session.
Wow.
Oof.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this exciting episode of Power Word Fail. Hey, if you liked what you hear, go ahead and leave us a review. We appreciate that. It helps us so much when you do that. Leave the stars, leave a review. We love the love. Go ahead and check us out on all the socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We really appreciate when you join this adventure with us, and just go ahead and give us a follow. We are very active there, and we love our community. Go ahead and, speaking of community, join our Discord. It is happening. It is happening. We're there. You can complain to me about legendary actions or whatever you want to do. So that's a place where we love to just connect with you, and we would love for you to join us there. Also, too, if you can, please go ahead and support us on our Patreon, Homebrew, Homebrew Network. You can get a shout out from us. You get all kinds of sweet goodies as well, and it helps us grow. We really appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. Next week we will begin anew with this combat of the ages. My name is Carlos, and I just want to let everyone know you are loved, you're important, and you matter. Join us next time on Power Word Fail. Goodbye.